What's up, gang? Chris here, Real Window Creative. Today I want to show you about the artificial intelligence. I'm not sure why they call it artificial, because it comes from real intelligence. Computers, right, have to be programmed by people. Little did I know that my 30 plus years of photography and having those images out of the net were going to be fed into a computer and used to compete with me. So it took me a minute to resolve that for myself. I was taken aback, to say the least, but it's happened throughout history. Developing shops went away, photo shops with traditional film developing, and print industry has changed to, from big halberd presses to small inkjet printers, and it's just happened over and over. The horse and carriage to the car, it's just part of the deal. So now I'm on board, and I've been playing around in Midjourney and Adobe Firefly. There's people jumping in, and I'm a stock photographer, so that's how I resolved that I would get, have this benefit me. It's just a new tool that I can make art with. I have a graphic design degree, and I've always, I started out on drawing on paper and then painted later, and so it's really an amazing tool, and I want to show you a little bit about it today. We're going to look at, I've already done a video on Firefly on the Adobe Beta AI, so look for that. I'll put a link in the comments section, description section down below. Just want to mention, if you like what you see here, don't forget to like, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, or one or two of those. Three would be great. Subscribe would be the main one, so you can get a notification when I produce a new video, which is going to be, we have a lot of stuff already being started. I'm going to show you how to set up a studio in your second bedroom for taking pictures or painting or whatever, and then a set also for making videos, because you might want to make a video like this. So let's get started. Midjourney is a subscription program, and I subscribed at the pro level because I knew I was going to be playing with it and making stuff with it. So what we're going to do here is just punch in Discord. This is kind of a chat. I don't even know what all this is. I haven't used a lot of it, but there's a lot of groups in here you can talk. It's kind of like a Reddit or a Facebook group. This is Discord, and you go here first and open up Discord. I'm just going to open her up. Here we go. I've got my own server in here. If you want to make stuff in here, you can, and I think there's a free version that gives you a little bit of time to mess around with it. That one I wasn't interested in that, because everyone can see what you're designing, and they can also take them, right? Just use them themselves. And that's not what I wanted. I want my designs to be unique as an artist, one of a kind, that you'd only get from me. So there's a stealth option and a fast option. So I've subscribed to the level where I can get my stuff done first. It puts me up at the front of the queue, so I don't have to wait very long. And that'll be useful for this video, right? I'm gonna have to fill in the blanks while we're waiting. You'll see that in a minute. But so here, and Adobe's got a site in here where you can ask questions. If you're trying to get in the stock photography world, great thing there. Matt is in there answering questions, and I have my own server. That's what you have to do if you want your designs to be private. And here's the last thing I did. Now, this is so much fun. So you can see this image right here. And if I click on it, it'll get a little bit bigger. And this is how you would get an image. You just right click and save it to your computer. Save as. And then I've got a Midjourney file in here somewhere. Let me find that real quick. It's in images. I have an extensive file system, so I can find things quickly and file things away. So here's my Midjourney file folder, and you can see I've got it categorized: adventure, agriculture, airplanes. So explosion, I don't even know if I've saved this yet. Exploration, I don't even know what I'd save that at, but that's what you do to save it. I'm just going to cancel out of that. I love this. And so the prompt for this, so how you would make this and there's a whole, if you want to learn the prompts, what they call them, just Google prompts Midjourney, and it'll take you to a page that'll tell you how this whole thing works, and you can start training yourself. A prompt is a text phrase that the Midjourney bot interprets to produce an image. A well-crafted prompt can help make unique and exciting images. And there's guys that have done, look at this, here's 25 mind-blowing Midjourney prompts you should try. So there's Shakespeare reimagined. And here's volumetric moon night, and this is on bbomb.com. Of course, there's all the ads. Here's ethereal bohemian waxwing bird. Don't know what that is, but that's cool. Oh, look at this steampunk cat. That is cool. And this guy's name is the Prompt Hero. Probably should have said that. Prompt Hero. These are all Prompt Hero artworks. Good job, Prompt Hero. I love that. Look at the glowing eyes. Now look, he's got the prompt right there. So that's what you would do. Steampunk cat, comma, octane render. That's some command within the file system that tells the server something special to do. I don't know what it is. I have to go look. Hyper realistic. He wants it to look like a photo, real life. And then there's other prompts that you have to configure properly. A little dash, AR, that means aspect ratio. He wanted a taller shot, so 2 to 3. So it's 2 times this way and it's 3 that way. And then quality 2, Q2. And if you don't get those right, it'll tell you. Oh, that's cool. The world in 100 years. Again, Prompt Hero. Oh, that's like an infographic. I'm digging that. Let's check this out. Here's, okay, this is by Begent, Hatter in Wonderland. Oh, I love that. I love blue and silver. I just brought a blue and silver motorcycle. It's gorgeous. Venice in a Carnival. Now that's gorgeous. This is by Prompt Hero. Dom Shelma. Maybe there's 2 people in on that. Upsettling. I think that's misspelled. Egyptian mummy. Kanish Bibble. That's kind of scary, isn't it? Going in a cave and you find that. Now look. Look at how long that prompt is. Oh my gosh. HD photography. Sony. Diane Airbus. Now see, he's asking for a specific artist style. So this computer knows what a Diane Arbus photo looks like. And, you know, you can do that with all kinds of different artists. I don't really use that. I've used it once with Thomas Kincaid. Lunging at the viewer. Climbing out of a sarcophagus. Flirting and vamping with the viewer. That's hilarious. Beautiful and terrifying. Well, he got the terrifying. I'm not sure if it got the beautiful quite right. Knitting grandma. Well, we all had one of those, right? And this is courtesy of Vic Y, number 9. And let's get a drum roll here for number 10. Oh, look at that. The ocean at your door. And look at this one. Pretty intricate prompt on that one as well. If you don't put in any AR, any, why isn't that just, usually it generates a square image if you don't tell it you want something different. But maybe that's changed. They just got a new version, 5.2. I haven't used it that much. We'll be using it today, but that's cool by Falcon. And that's just a pretty simple prompt. Bedroom melting into the ocean, 4K. He wanted a large res file. It doesn't really give you that, but maybe it puts in more resolution. Oh, we're getting, oh, it's this 25. I forgot. A Cloud with Pains by Zalis777. Planes, cloud with planes, excuse me. Now see, here, that doesn't look like a plane, does it? So the computer sometimes doesn't really give you what you asked for. And then you can go in and adjust the prompt. Here, I'm trying to think about why it gave it like a blimp, more like a blimp or a boat than a plane. Anyway, okay, that's the last one we're gonna look at. Queen of Crows. That's cool. Queen of Crows. Lots of stuff here now. Lots of stuff. Hasselblad, Hell, Scary Crows, and then a bunch of different quality prompts. Version 5, he wanted to use a specific version. You can use the, they're upgrading it all the time, so you can actually use the previous versions with this prompt right here. It's kind of cool. All right, let's get out of this because I didn't do any of that. Let's do something. And next time I do a video, we're gonna maybe do a live, and you guys can put prompts in to the chat box, and I'll put them in for you. So why don't we do so? You'll learn through these prompts. This isn't really where I wanted to go for the prompt thing. There's a Midjourney. Let's do this. Midjourney prompts. Did we do that before? I think we did, but this time we're going to look for. See, this one's right on Midjourney. So this is going to give us the exact story, right? And the Imagine prompt is what we're going to be using today. There's a lot of different prompts. You can put a photo in here and tell it to do something to the photo or blend photos. Here it says, prompting tip. Midjourney bot works best with simple short sentences that describe what you want to see. So you have to punch in Imagine first to get this text box that says prompt. And then this is what you would enter, description of what to imagine, right? So we're going to go over here and do that right now. So I just hit the /. Now this is some of your basic commands. This is where you would ask to go stealth, which you can't do unless you buy one of the upper categories of package. And then fast. Mine should already be set up for both of those. And here's some other ones. Ask, blend, describe, fast, help, imagine. You can get help right in here on the prompts. Info, just on and on. Look, I mean, this thing is smart. There's a lot of stuff to use. I don't know how to use just a small, this is what I use most of the time. So let's see, what can we do? Why don't we just do something simple? YouTube star. Boom, enter. So now it's working. Waiting to start. There's me. Real window creative. And this thing goes different speeds. It's already working. It depends on the time of day and how many people are on here. Imagine everybody in the world putting in a prompt at the same time and the computer's trying to work on it. That's a big ask. And it does go down sometimes. They have to take it down when they do new clusters. Now, so here you go. This is pretty good, actually. It's kind of showing a current style YouTube person, right? Just 2 guys, 2 girls, still working, 62%. Can you see that? I can't move that up. I don't want to mess with this too much either at this moment. Can I move this over? Let's move this over here. How about that? Is that working? Yeah, that'll give you a better view. And I can probably zoom in a little bit here. Let's zoom in and see what happens. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Awesome. Okay, good. Now it gave me a little noise. It said it's done. Look at that. This thing makes the prettiest people. I'll tell you. So now you've got 4 versions. Gives you 4 choices. See, I am on fast and stealth. So you're the only, me and you guys are the only ones that can see this. The other people in the server cannot see what I'm doing. And wow, I like all these. I like this one the best right here. So if you click on this, it gives you a little bit bigger version so you can see, make a decision on what you want to get. So here, down here, you've got, this means upscale. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, upscale 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is version 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you like this one like I do, you can push this one and it'll give you new versions of that, kind of with little variations. And we'll try that. So I'm just going to get, for now, you know what? I'm going to get them all. So I'm just going to go
And this upscales them to a larger image that you can then save to your computer. And depending on which version, you can even see. Look at this. There's more prompts in here. Zoom out, very strong, very subtle, custom zoom, and we'll try those. Okay, so this has now already given me these 4 versions that I can save. Look at her, she's really pretty. So if I want to go back and hit version 3, now it's going to give me some versions of her, and that might take a little longer. So there you see that working. Waiting to start, making variations for image number 3. This is so awesome. So great. What a great tool. You know, there's people on the I've heard a lot of comments about this. Not photography, gonna ruin, you know, I thought it. Is this gonna ruin my stock? It's gonna render me useless as a photographer. And that's where I had, you know, my futures planned on that. So it is a little scary, but after I got in here and saw some of the, I don't know if how much better it's going to get. I'm sure it's going to get better, but it has a lot of, and I'll show you this too. It's got hands and feet are a problem for it. Sometimes a person's got 3 legs, 8 toes. And so with trained eye can easily tell a doctored image. Oh my gosh, look at that one. Now look at these versions. It changed her pose, looking off camera one way, off camera the other way, or at the camera. Wow. Wow. I don't know what that does. Let's find out. YouTube star. We're going to do it again, I guess. Give me another version of it. And that was our first one. She looks a little bit like that Anna de Armas. So yeah, look, the color in the hair. Now see the star, I knew it was going to do that. So the computer doesn't really know that I want it knows, it gave us a personality, right? But then it threw some stars in too because that word is there. So once you start playing with it, then you start to know better how to tailor your commands. You're commanding a supercomputer. You're at the helm, just like the captain, right? Running the ship. So, but see, we got stars in all these. And there's another example, like it's kind of a wonky star. So now let's see what happened here. So it just reversioned it again. So we had that, we hit that replay thing, blue circle, whatever it is, arrow circles, and it changed it up. And another thing you can see right here, it has a challenge with, I'm going to move this over here a little more. How do I move that up there since there's there? Okay, is text. So you can see, just makes no sense. Those are not really words. You can't really get, I don't know how, maybe you can get text like words that you want in here. Sometimes you'll even, I mean, look at this right here. Sometimes you'll even see the artist's signature where it was down here from one of the images they resample or whatever they do, and you won't be able to read it, but you'll be able to see that there was a lithograph or some image that had an artist's signature on there that is now not, you know, you can't read it, but it's there, which is another, you know, apparently there's been some decisions made, and you know, some of the stock agencies aren't taking this because they see copyright issues, right? If an artist, it's going to have to be worked out in court, right? If one of these looks like my photo, right, or something, that could be a problem. Or like a famous artwork by Andy Warhol, or who knows, you know, Disney, I'm sure, would be all over this if there's Mickey Mouse popping up everywhere. Harley's another one that they really watch their copyright closely, and they have a whole staff searching for people using their images without permission. Which a guy like me, you know, that's a whole different story. To find
those things. But let's do another one. Imagine, and you don't have to punch in imagine because it comes up right here. So I just hit the / one keystroke on imagine, and you're ready to put in your prompt. Let's see, what else can we do here? How about Kansas City? I'm going to put a comma in. I think the comma helps the computer discern between different words. And now here is where you can, I like to do a long panoramic print with some of my work. So I'll put in that dash and then AR, aspect ratio, then a space. And then I'm going to do 2, a colon, or is that a semicolon? I don't even know. I'm going to go 2 to 4 because I want a shorter image, longer image. Let's see if I got that right. Nope. Now see, I messed up some part of the parameter. Might be that this is not a parameter, or I may have not put a space in there somewhere. Usually I copy and paste my prompts, so if it does this, then I just paste it back in and we'll make the change. And here it is right here. Let's see if I can grab it here. Go up here, copy, / imagine, paste. And I might have to go look at the prompt. I haven't used this for a minute. Probably don't need a comma there. I'm just gonna do, I know 2 to 1 is the proper prompt. Okay, I'm doing something wrong with the spacing somewhere here. So if this happens, which obviously, you know, I'm a rookie, I find that out every day. I just did a interview with an artist that was supposed to be video. He didn't want to do video. I called him on my phone, and I didn't even think about his audio, and the audio is a mess. Rookie. I'm gonna have to. That's another story. It might be that I need a space there. I can't remember. And if this is wrong again, okay, yeah, you need to have a space between the / and the AR. And if you get in that situation, just we still have the Midjourney prompts up here, and just go in there and find it and find out what the prompt is for that. All kinds of stuff in here. All right, working on my Kansas City. Now I got the prompt wrong again, apparently, because that's square. So that's just 2 to 2, or 1 to 1. So I'm obviously going to have to look at that. Look that up. So I'll just do Midjourney AR prompt. It should tell me exactly what I did wrong there. I should be able to see. Oh, you got to do 2 little slashes. Got it. And we'll do that again. Let's get ready to do that right now. So instead of this, it's that. Maybe. Oh, I forgot to do get the prompt box. I got it right. So here's what we got first. Woo! I like these. Now, we didn't get a photorealistic. We got a sort of an illustration. Love it. This looks more like a photo. And I'm from, I lived in Kansas City, went to high school there, so I know what it looks like. This is Union Station. You got the highway shot there. You got a stadium there. See, it doesn't, sometimes it's just kind of made up too, placement of things. This is not, there is a river, Missouri River in Kansas City. But that that's not set up, realism. So if we wanted something more real, we can go do that. Now, I don't like my server here to have all this stuff in it, so I just dismiss these messages that I don't need. That
you know, from mistakes and stuff. But if you look back, I haven't cleaned this out for a while, so there's a lot of stuff that I've been working on in here, and that might be fun to go through that and look at that. Maybe we'll do that. We won't have to wait for the thing. So this one I was trying to do digital rain like the Matrix, and then an AI hand and a human hand touching fingertips, and that's what I got. You know, it's not exactly what I wanted. Here's that I was talking about, right? 6 fingers. Kind of a giveaway of AI. Look at this guy, 2 thumbs. Giveaway. So these are all rejects. This one, not so beautiful. That one, what is E.T. touching E.T. again? So that really, I didn't get what I wanted there. Old Man in the Sea, pretty good. But I went back and, there's a troll, and got what I wanted out of the hand one. I'm not sure where it is. I may have already saved it. But here I found a turtle the other day in the road, and I rescued it, and a friend was saying something, so I just thought, well, let me put turtle riding a skateboard in here, and that's what I got. And again, see it. So imagine, perfect word, right? How the computer comes up with this. So it took images, pulled images from the database of a turtle, and then a dude on a skateboard, and mixed those together. So that's why we've got human parts. And then if you didn't want any human parts, you could play with the prompt and try to figure it out. And that could take hours, right? I sat in front of this thing when it first came out. I couldn't even sleep. I had a laptop in the bed with me, and I hadn't, the first month I used up, you only get a certain amount of fast use, and then when you run out, it goes to regular, which is much slower. So I would just throw in prompts and just let it sit and come look at them in the morning. Yeah, I haven't used up my fast like that for a while because I've been moving on to other things. But this one I just did, kicked off the wagon, alcoholic. Kind of funny. And then I went in and again see the hands. It's got the right amount of fingers, but okay, here's one. Look at this guy. He's got 2 right feet, which he might have drunk, right? And he's not off the wagon, right? He's on the wagon. So that was kind of an issue too. I mean, you're in alcoholic when he's on the wagon, he's not drinking. But if you're off the wagon, that means you went back out. So none of that was right. It's kind of hilarious. Look at this crazy nut. So this is like an Amish guy, right? On a carriage or a streetcar. It's a party. And then look at this guy. He's hanging out the side. He's going right through the side of the bus or whatever it is. And has got a funky arm there and who knows what. Needless to say, I did not use that for anything. This one, he's off the wagon. There's nobody there, right? So you're going to get some things that aren't really what you wanted. It's just part of the program. And that's another reason why it takes this is just another tool, and it takes a skilled person to articulate, understand how the computer works, and give it the commands that will get out what you want, right? What we want. This one did pretty good. Huge pack of smiling dogs. Didn't have to do a lot to that. They're all good. I like them all. Sometimes you just get it on the first try. What else we got here? Didn't even think of this. Cartoon Sun. And those were all fine for what I wanted. And I used one of them. And now I took it in. I didn't want the background. So I took it in Photoshop and removed the background. I used this one. A magic wand, boom, made it transparent, and I put it into some other image. So you can make just elements in this for other projects.
And there's specific prompts that will make it easier to separate certain images from each other. And we're actually going to do an interview with Julie. I'll tell you her last name when we do the interview, who's really diving into this, and she's making stuff to put on t-shirts and sell commercially, and it's going to be fun to talk to her. I actually kind of wish she was in here now. Why don't we go look at a couple more? We're 30 minutes in. Oh, there's one of the hands was better on the one I was showing you before. Still didn't like that one. This reminds me of like the Tin Man, Wizard of Oz. Didn't like that one. And as far as composition, see, my brain's always thinking about composition. And so C curves and S curves is what's good in an image. So this doesn't, it's fine, but it doesn't really work because your eye goes here and then it's like, nothing down here. Then it's okay. But in my mind, I'd rather see this hand turned up. So then you'd have an S curve, kind of like, everybody likes winding roads, right? Because of that. Let's see here, there it is. So I just kept changing the prompt until I got a 1. This still wasn't it. It was closer. Closer. That one, I don't like the fingernails on that person. Still not there. And then I got that wireframe hand. I got that. That's not what I wanted. Again, missed the wrong number of fingers. I've already deleted out. I found the one I wanted, and once I save these to the computer, then I remove it from the server, so it's not having to scroll through here and not how this stuff load to find it. So over here you got some more stuff. Add reaction, add super reaction, reply. Now this would be if I was in, I can invite people into this server so we could talk in here as well, text each other. I could create a thread and ask people what they think, right, of this. And then there's more, right? We do a bunch of stuff. Copy text, reply. You can speak in this. There's an audio. This is a really cool program. You'll love it. Report stuff. And then if you hit shift, adds even more. Copy link, mark thread, but we're just going to delete that. So gone, right? And I try to do that as I go if I have time. If not, I don't. But obviously these I didn't. But now this one I did quite a bit more detailed prompt here. Full body commercial portrait of Christina Hendricks dressed in full steampunk gear. You can put in, famous people standing outside the opening to a mine with a giant pickaxe. Copper cream brown color, scary and creepy, golden hour vivid scene, 35mm. I told it what lens, the aspect ratio of the lens that I wanted, and aspect ratio 4:5. So it's just a little bit taller than it is wide. And there we had a bunch of, I didn't use it for a while. This one is a paint splatter target dartboard. There it gave me more of a clock. See, isn't that interesting? Because it probably pulled some images that were a clock. And so it ended up with clock elements. Bullseye. I misspelled it. And I got a bull. Isn't that funny? Here's a city skyline, micro city on a motherboard. It's kind of cool. Imagine is exactly the right word for the prompt, because anything you can think of. Oh, and I now remember one I did. It's pretty. There's a Venom movie character. I did one with artificial insemination. That was pretty cool. The babies in test tubes. It's probably hard to look at for some people, but I loved it. Anyway, here's quaint quilling cat, 16:9. That's like a movie screen aspect ratio, which I like to use a lot. We'll look at a couple more, then we'll get out of here. Quilling cat, quaint quilling cat, dog, owl.
I like that one a lot. I actually put that one on a t-shirt, I think. What else we got up here? Once you see, when you like something, then you work on it for a while. Oh, there's the baby one. Test tube babies. Whew. A little creepy. Not what I wanted exactly. Look at this one's got some maybe sperm swimming around. I liked this one better. It's a little disturbing though, isn't it? But that tells the story. That's exactly what I wanted. You know, you can be artificially inseminated and all this stuff that's going on with cybernetics and whatnot. Test tube babies. Interesting. All right. Well, there's some more quaint cats. Oh, look at this one. Here's a robot muse. And I told it the colors I wanted, copper and turquoise. And there you go. I think we're going to stop there. Now you know a little bit about artificial intelligence, AI. This is Midjourney we've been looking at. My name's Chris Boswell. My channel here is Real Window Creative, and that's like you're looking through a window. And I designed that for my photography. So if you've got a picture of mine on the wall, it's a real window into where I was and my creative process. So that's what that's all about. I am gonna blow this thing out. Lots of stuff coming. That artists, even entrepreneurial stuff, some philosophy. I'm gonna try to focus on photography and creative. Talk to a lot of creatives, how they got started. I'm gonna show you how to make a studio in your bedroom, a shooting set. I've even got dog training videos coming. Just got a new puppy. And I'm a veteran with dogs, so I show you how to get your dog to come back to you if he's off lead, which a lot of people struggle with. I can train that in a dog in a couple of sessions over just a day or two. And Zeke almost has it. I've got 2 Australian dogs, an Australian Kelpie and an Australian Shepherd. And they love each other. What else are we going to do? I've got a barndominium that's got a little apartment in it, so I'm going to do some stuff about living on the cheap. Solar. I have solar panels. I use these little solar batteries. I'm hooked on them. I take them with me everywhere I go. They're in the van, charging up the phones. I've reduced sometimes I just use only lights that are running off of the batteries. So I've reduced my footprint and my expenses. Sometimes my brain just has to search for the word. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you're still watching. If you are, check the description for links to Midjourney and anything we talked about in here. I'll put the stuff in that I use for equipment for this video. If you want to get your own video going on, I've got a great 4K camera I'll tell you about that is amazing. Actually, I have more than one, but the one we're using right now. We'll talk about microphones. I'll put in the microphone I use for this so you guys can know, if there's some aspect of it you like, you can do it yourself. I'm going to be transparent and show you everything that I can. So come back, like, subscribe, comments are even better. I am some of the first videos I did just sat there and didn't get any views, so the algorithm thinks I don't really have a lot of viewers, which I don't, but there's more now. So, but if it starts seeing that I'm getting views and likes, my stuff will move up in the search engine and YouTube will show me to more people. So I need you. We're going to be doing all kinds of how-to stuff. You can learn what I know, what my friends know, and I think it's valuable content. So come back. I've got a lot of stuff. I write a lot, and I have that read by 5 or 6 different readers. That stuff's unique and different, and it's all my content. So please, I just love to see you here. We're going to also do live stuff where you can chat in and ask for things. We're also, one more thing, looking for donated photos that, not really donated, but send me a photo that you're struggling to adjust the color or want to know what I would do with the cropping
or something, and I'll make a video about it with your image. You can watch and see what I would do to it and see if you like it, and then you're going to expand your Photoshop, Lightroom, Audition, Illustrator knowledge. There's just a ton of stuff down here. I'm going to stop talking though. All right. Until next time, Chris, Real Window Creative. I'm out. See ya.